Yeah, I gotta go to court against a guy named Andrew Wolnez tomorrow, and I got people trying to get Safeway to kick me out and harassing the library to kick me out. And I'm like, I just don't want to be messed with. You think you could do something about the people messing with me? No, I can't do that. Then, of course, Andrew Wolnez is getting on his channel and saying cops are asking him why nobody's taking me out yet. That's going to court. He's also accusing me of killing my friend Natalie Bollinger by name, and of course her killer is already in prison serving 48 years. Then he wants to go running around pretending like I'm a pedophile. I'm like, dude, just knock it off. Just leave me alone. Then he wanted to come by and assault me, like 9 times, 7 on camera. Wanted to beat on my vehicle at least 30 times on camera. At least 25 times on camera. Throwing rocks at it, kicking it, and then of course the crack in my phone beating on it.
So he should be getting in trouble then, right?
Yes, but with me not being able to go to the cops, because, like the officer that just went inside, they look at me like that and give me that
don't want to stop and talk to the guy that,
They were supposed to go talk to the cop the other day, and what Wolnez says is that they were asking him why nobody's taken me out yet, but they're also telling people around here that I murdered somebody in Colorado, and you can hear Wolnez literally word for word spouting that same shit that came from the cops like 14 months ago. So now with people actually starting to listen to me, the cops are sort of laying off on that. Instead, that officer who just went inside, he was telling Candy, the manager of the deli department, told her that I brought it on myself. I'm like, judge, jury, and executioner there.
Yeah, so you should say to him, why are you judging? You're not Judy. Judge Judy.
Well, that doesn't really help out much in the court of law. And it also, with the cops, they're looking for an excuse not to do their job, especially if it's a homeless person. They just soon arrest you.
Yeah.
Or you too, because, you talk to some of us. And you don't look pretty. You don't look rich. You're not driving a Maserati.
They would rather not deal with the person-to-person things at all. Like, it seems like they avoid that completely.
I don't want to deal with person-to-person. I don't feel comfortable talking to them without a friend or family member present. Otherwise, they'll end up playing my words into something they ain't, and they'll be able to keep their body cameras out of court. My public pretender won't do a goddamn thing. She'll ignore me for months on end until it's been drawn out to the point that they can't do the, discovery. As long as they drag it out for at least 30 days on some of the evidence and 90 days on the other, then they can prevent discovery from even being shown. Say it's been too long, and unfortunately my public pretenders have taken too long.
Yeah, because they go to lunch and everything with the other ones.
Anyway, I got to try to find a place to plug in my phone. With these guys on the internet, they keep harassing the library and harassing Safeway here. And, those guys have been harassing me since before I came to Tillamook, before I went to the Dalles, before I was in Portland, before I was in Astoria, before I was in Hood River. Like, they've been harassing me all the way since before they found the guy that killed Natalie.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, we got some folks on here typing on my channel. One of them calling himself Jake the Snake Roberts and one calling himself Nick Stewart. Yeah, they literally complain about everything. Like if somebody allows me to use the power, then they're horrible people. How dare I go to the library? I'm a horrible people. How dare they let me in the library? They're horrible people. I can't believe they let him in the Safeway. What horrible people.
I noticed they put all the fucking, they blocked off all the plugs out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I figured they were gonna do that anyway because they have a
Well,
lot of homeless.
some of the homeless people out here had it wasn't just Walnez. It's a lot of people that were involved, and a few of them finally knocked their crap off. Your lights! Your lights! Turn on your lights! Fucking Christ, why do I gotta yell at the cop to do that?
So what were you saying?
Turn on your fucking lights?
No, before that.
He didn't use his blinker?
No.
I don't remember. I was just thinking about somebody walking across the road and turning into a puddle. So I'm glad we averted that. He did turn on his lights. Were the police not doing their jobs?
Guess not. I'm not turning on the lights.
Or pretending that I'm schizophrenic? Like, yeah, if we pretend he's schizophrenic, then none of our crimes matter because they're not going to listen to him. I'm like, yeah, and that's exactly what makes it a felony. Well done, Officer Dick. Words I'm not going to finish. This
Sell my fucking.
Nick Stewart typed, I have elite connections, I am anonymous and polite. Ah, very nice. I think my whole goal for tonight and tomorrow is to come up with enough change for coffee in the morning, although they're out of sugar because of me. Yeah, I'm addicted to it. On the bright side, I haven't been assaulted or haven't had to even see that Walnez seller for at least 4 days. I did hear a rumor that he was in jail, but he's not on the roster. That's good. It means I might be able to meet him up in court. The thing is, he's got lots of help, and I don't. I'm still in the process of trying to beg people to look at evidence, whereas my predators, they go through with a fine-tooth comb and pick at everything, and they have the time to do it. They have the money to do it. They have the energy to do it.
I forgot. Do you know how late the pharmacy is open? Are they still open?
I have no idea. It should be on the door, though. Pharmacy hours, 7 p.m., 5 p.m., 4 p.m. It's Monday through Friday, so it'd be 7 p.m., and it is right now 6:41.
All right, I gotta go.
Yes, sir. Of course, I'm paranoid of the cops. Why wouldn't I be? Especially after their behaviors towards me. Now, of course, it ain't none of these folks at Safeway's fault that people chose to target me. It's not their fault that they're harassed. It's not their fault that the business is harassed online. Personally, I'm grateful for all of the assistance that I've received. Even if it's not exactly what I need, at least it's something. The problem with the Safeway is that it's just temporary. I let these folks know I can't just live in the Safeway parking lot. My predators are going to complain until I have to leave. Until I have to move somewhere else. And then they'll complain to those people until they harass me to leave. Tell me they don't want me there and that I'm trespassing. Because a bunch of sick fuckers on the internet think it's okay to go harassing innocent people. Andrew Walnez should have left me the fuck alone, but he ain't the only one. And a lot of these idiots keep trying to compress it down to just one or two little situations. No, these people initiated a coordinated attack against my person. When I say these people, that's because it's not just Walnez. When this shit started, I didn't know Walnez existed, and he didn't know I existed. So it's obviously not just Walnez. Now, by pretending that I'm a pedophile and a rapist and a murderer, Notice I said pretending. Does that make it okay for Andrew Wolness to harm me repeatedly, to threaten my life, to tell others that he's going to kill me? I wonder what he's got planned. Now, with all the hate, rage, and anger that he had piled up, and then, of course, me being told that he's in jail because he hasn't been on the internet in like 4 or 5 days. Well, he's not in jail, apparently. And if he's not in jail, he might be building a bomb or trying to procure firearms. He could be doing just about anything. Anyway, I'm going to end the video and eat my dinner. I went in and got myself some fried rice with some sriracha. Sorry to burst your bubble. I know you guys wanted to pretend I spend all my money on crack rocks and prostitutes or some bullshit. But yeah, I legitimate actually eat food. Okay. Nick Stewart typed, "You have a nice beard," and someone calling himself Intergalactic Man typed, "When Brain and I build 300 worlds to exist in." Well, we don't need any schizophrenic stuff on this channel. That's not to say that schizophrenic people are not people, because they absolutely are, but it doesn't help. It does not improve the situation. It really just goes to show that the majority of the people who reach out to me are schizophrenic. Or people who are looking for somebody to take their hate, rage, and anger out on. Intergalactic Man typed, "Wow." Pinky and the Brain, Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. Yep. So when you type Brain and I, the first thing that comes to my mind is Pinky and the Brain, which is a cartoon. Hey, Brian, what we do tomorrow night? Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Intergalactic Man typed, "How of you?" I don't understand the question. Intergalactic Man typed, "Planet Brain 200%, 300 ye owls." Anyway, with Wolnez being really pissed off after all of the harm that he has created already and the number of assaults that I've had to endure just at his hands, in addition to the fact that the youngins who he claims, or who he started all this shit over, yeah, they're still calling me the N-word. They're still throwing stuff at my vehicle. When I moved my vehicle, I had to move a whole bunch of stuff that they'd been throwing at my vehicle. Some of it went underneath my vehicle. And I picked a lot of it up before I moved my vehicle. Now, with the cops telling people that I murdered somebody to try to deter them from listening to me, well, it hasn't worked. What it's resulted in is, number one, people victimizing me. And number two, people who get sick of this shit telling those who are victimizing me to leave me the fuck alone. When that doesn't work, those people start threatening violence, and I ask them not to. And nearly all of them have the same argument. Hey, Sean, you can't just let people keep on beating on you. You've got it recorded that they're beating on you. Somebody should do something. By somebody, well, who you thinking should do something? Because you're a somebody. You matter. You're a human being. Do you mean the cops should do it? Well, they're not going to do it unless you incentivize them to do so. If they're not afraid of not doing their jobs, they're not going to do their jobs because they're not afraid of consequences. With police officers telling people that I murdered somebody, telling them that I brought it on myself, their words are heard and mine are not. Well, God bless America, right? Isn't that what America's all about? Right? Destroying innocent people's lives? Calling somebody mentally ill as a justification for harm against them? Oh, well, they deserve it. They're mentally ill. Is that what you like to say? Because that ain't right. For me, having to depend on schizophrenics and drug addicts because the police didn't want to do their job to begin with. Meanwhile, many of those schizophrenics and drug addicts are out on the streets. They're homeless. Meanwhile, police are lying to them because the police don't want to get in trouble, and they also don't want to deal with me. They don't want to deal with any homeless person. To them, we're all the same person. We're all the person that you, the American people, want to take your shit out on when you can't go after your own predators. You become predatory towards somebody who you see as lower on the totem pole. God damn, that's good. Holy shit, that is fucking good. This time it's got the creamy sriracha sauce. The last time I got the chipotle sauce. And I've also tried it with both mixed together, and it's the bomb diggity either way. Anyway, I was wrong about court today. On the bright side, I wasn't the only one wrong about court today. It's actually tomorrow. Cops have repeatedly told me that the only way I can turn this in is over the internet. And then when I try over the internet, they pretend they can't see it. Like, hey, you gonna keep on running me around in the same circles with the same bullshit excuses and then play victim when I'm pissed off? I got every right to be pissed off. Cute. Somebody made another Lenny Schwartz account. There's a lot. He typed, go tend the rabbits, and you know what word came after that? If you don't, that's all right. Took a screenshot. Do. You know it. I'm a user on this channel. And then they go away. It's that easy. Just not in real life. What are the chances of him walking into the courthouse tomorrow with a gun and just starting to blast? Well, they're not real great. I mean, statistically. But as unhinged as he is, and the number of times he told people that he's going to kill me, telling me that he's going to shoot me, the fact that he's assaulted me 9 times, at least 7 of them on camera, He's beaten on my vehicle no less than 30 times. He's kicked my vehicle, twanged my antenna, kicked my vehicle repeatedly, matter of fact, twanged my antenna repeatedly, ridden by on his bike multiple times and kicked my door. And the number of rocks he's thrown at my vehicle is phenomenal. Another restricted harassment call. Gotta love these, huh? Anyway, you know how we end these videos. Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper. And your sister's too. And no victim left behind. Oh! We got another predator sending a message for review, looks like. Looks like this person's name is Andrew Walnut Supporter. What do we do? Take a screenshot. Hide user on this channel. God damn, that was easy.